So, what if you could experience knowing that you can know yourself, that you can heal yourself, and that you can know what to do next? Hi there, Anna SachKiret here with Essential Soul Mama. So just following up on my first success video. If you haven't watched that yet, then go back and watch that. And if you have watched it, you might have finished it thinking, sounds great, makes a lot of sense, but how do I even get there? Liking who I am, knowing myself. What if I really just don't know who I am or how to really know? Maybe I don't even like who I am. What if the obstacles to liking who I am just feel insurmountable, like climbing a mountain? So, truth is that most of us live with this thought and live in this space where the obstacles to change the things we don't like about ourselves, or to even be able to see those things and want to fix it, because the path looks very hard and feels very scary and uncomfortable. So most of us live here, and instead we self-soothe. We figure out how to, quote unquote, manage our days. We hide from or avoid situations that really highlight those things we don't want to see, that make us feel bad about ourselves. And we may even be doing things in our lives that we don't really like, but we do it to survive, not thrive. We can even have a lot of fun in this state of existence, especially because some of the ways that we self-soothe or self-medicate or somehow ignore the things that maybe cause us pain. Yeah, that sounds logical. And we can find fun ways to make it feel good for us, even though when the smoke clears, when we are able to see, it becomes even more painful. So here's my invitation to you. Just allow yourself to be completely honest with yourself and ask, are you living in imposter's life? Are you living true to who you want to be and who you feel called to be? Are you living in survival instead of thriving, instead of living your dreams? I want you to be honest with yourself to the point of knowing that you deserve to live your dreams. You deserve to live your highest values. You were meant to live in this state of pure awareness, pure bliss in this human adventure. You were meant to create the life that you wanted to lead, knowing what your needs and wants are, not just manage life. And you are made to live for your big dreams. And in doing so, in creating your vision, your highest self, you find that sense of self-love and the happiness, and that can be pretty immediate in showing up. You can feel it maybe just in small ways, in places where you've allowed yourself to do that, to dream, to face the discomfort. It could be very hard if every part of your life feels false in actuality. So you have to take pieces. And finding it in one area and realizing that you can be true to yourself and be happy and self-fulfilled, that is actually enough as a start to allow you to then venture into the other parts that you need to look at. So as you be honest with yourself, if your final answer is no, you're not living with or not connected with your truth, then I want you to listen in on the rest of this. If the way you're living, everything feels just fine, you're not complaining, you're happy, you're wishing that this wasn't just it, like you feel like things are missing, if you don't have that and you're just content with how you're living, then this isn't for you. And maybe it will be one day, or maybe it won't. But for the rest of you, know that self-awareness, and particularly our awareness of our own ability to heal ourselves from the inside, that we have this innate wisdom, that we have the answers that we need. To know that we have that capacity within us to act and live from that space of alignment with our values and all that is meaningful to us and our dreams, that is where we need to get to, that wisdom. So we're going to start here with this tip regarding our energy. Okay? So we're considering our energy in the way we live. So any of you feel exhausted? There's so much busyness in your life that you end each day feeling just exhausted. Or you're in the middle of your day. This happens a lot. In even the start of your day, you might even wake up exhausted. So here's the tip. Exhaustion usually happens not when we're super busy living our passions, but when we're busy not doing the things that fulfill us, not doing the things we know we want to and need to do. That's when exhaustion comes. I've felt this myself. I've seen it in passionate entrepreneurs or leaders that are living very busy lives, and yet they seem to have an endless supply of energy. They're out there doing the things that they set out to do that bring them true satisfaction and purpose. Yes, everyone can burn out, and yes, everyone can get tired, especially if they're not taking care of their bodies. Yet the sheer amount of energy that people who are living their passions have to accomplish the things that are meaningful to them is very clear to see. So I invite you to examine your own busyness. Are you exhausted in any part of your day? Are you living your dream? Or are you in unconscious busyness? So energy is an important aspect of our self-care. Awareness of what drains and what fills our energy cup, the in-breath and out-breath of every hour, day, week, month, etc. This is what helps us to decide what to do next. Our awareness of our energy and our energy itself. To know what comes next, when we need rest, when it's go time, and for how long. So, what if you could experience knowing that you can know yourself, that you can heal yourself, and that you can know what to do next? This is life, to go through the ups and downs, to face challenges and discomforts, to grow from them, to seek joy, to find love. So in my movement practice, I'm working on balancing my energy, strengthening my nervous system, being really aware of which energies are out of whack. Like, am I feeling overconcerned with fears? Or maybe my presence, my aura feels really low energy, and I'm being affected really easily by outside negative energy. I know what movement or breath that I need to do to align or get back that energy when I know what's off. And I can feel this in my practice. I can feel this because of my practice. I can be aware. So other times I might be feeling over-controlling, like I have to control every aspect of a project or how my family runs or what someone else is supposed to be doing. I may be lacking in trust that the universe has everything mapped out, that I don't have to be micromanaging even myself. I could be in overdrive. I could be headed towards burnout. Can you recognize in yourself when your energy gets wonky, when it gets out of balance, you're tipping too far on one side or the other? Do you have the awareness and the understanding of what sets you straight and back on your path? Do you address it as an emergency over and over again? Or are you maintaining your balance and alignment consciously with a daily practice or a regular practice? Have you self-sabotaged in order to self-soothe from this energy funk? This is a coping mechanism. Maybe you feel down or depressed, out of control, lost, used or abused, or filled with anger or fear or guilt. Recognizing and honoring and feeling these things are the start to knowing yourself. Knowing yourself and learning to like yourself is about seeing and understanding these energy shifts within you through your environment, through your physical body, your mental state, and your emotions. Self-love is chief amongst your needs. You might think you just need others to love you or others to love, to send your love. But as the saying goes, you can't truly love someone if you can't truly love yourself. And honestly, I used to hate that statement, but understanding it by feeling it inside is like magic. It's like that aha light bulb. It makes total sense. So my formula for self-knowing, self-love, and self-healing includes mindful movement, meditation, mantra, and mindset. The mms. It's so yummy. The first three, movement, mindful movement, meditation, and mantra, these things work without even needing to understand fully and completely how it's serving you. Although, if you are interested, and I know I always like to know, you can know what you are doing and why it works and the science behind all of it. But the fact that you don't actually even need to know, you just need to start this as a habit and as a regular part of your day or your week, or however you decide to create a practice for yourself. This is a practice in showing up for yourself, and this is key. After a while, though, once you dip into the curiosity of knowing exactly the science behind things or why this works or what this means, there's so many different ways that this technology works that you begin to develop a trust in it. And essentially, all of it comes down to knowing yourself, liking yourself, self-compassion, self-love, self-trust, self-healing. Eventually, you just develop the trust in the technology, you develop the trust in the coach or teacher you may have, which I recommend, but you can do this on your own. There's plenty of resources online. You start to feel it in your mind, body, spirit energy. In my experience, you start to feel it really quickly. And when you do, you feel like living proof that healing can happen with the tools that you have built inside you already. When you feel elevated because of your own efforts, knowing that you have it within you, you begin to feel more clear and aware and excited to know you have self-reliance and to be very clear about what it is that you need and want. You get to feel centered and grounded, and what follows is peace. Peace. this begins your understanding of self-healing, self-trust, and self-love. So now mindset works together with the other M's that I mentioned. You can simply work on mindset, and for some of you that may be enough, especially if you already have a daily practice of showing up for yourself, of getting yourself into a practice that gets you in the zone. We're looking for spiritual connection here, because what that practice, the earlier M's I mentioned, does for you is it helps you to feed your spiritual needs and hungers, to be clear about it too. The need to be loved, the need to feel heard or feel significant, to understand life. Lots of different needs, spiritual needs and hungers, which I have a list I can share with you. If you are looking for that, then just comment below. For some of you, it may be enough to work with a coach on your mindset without the other M's. Although I really, truly believe in the magic formula of having all these things together. And when we're working on mindset, this isn't about positive thinking, although it's always part of that. It's really about knowing yourself. It's about discovering what's going on inside you as you experience your life. So if you feel like you just can't ever make decisions for yourself for the life of you, especially if it's something for you, not for your family, your children, or if you feel like an outsider or an imposter or an unknown to yourself. Perhaps you feel underappreciated or annoyed at those around you. Maybe you can't deal with people on the outside. Maybe your life is not where you thought you'd be. Perhaps you are empathic or sensitive and you fear conflict. You just want to keep the peace. Or you feel like you're failing at whatever it is you're doing and you wonder what you were meant to be doing in the first place. So these are areas that I really like to work on. Shifting your mindset is about embodying the experience. What's going on for you as you feel these things? What's going on in your body? How does it impact you, your mind, your body, your energy? Where do you feel it in your body? What is the feeling or emotion around it? What is it trying to protect you from? What does it need you to know? So we feel the answers in our body, not in our mind, if we want the answer from our truth, from our soul. So knowing yourself is getting to understand your soul's journey. It's about putting the ego into service for your soul, not the other way around, which is the way most of us have lived much of our lives, which is the way culture promotes success. But success is truly this: knowing who we are, liking who we are, and then living from that alignment and sense of self. I hope that gave a little bit more insight into the how. If this definition of true success rings true for you, and this is something that you want to work on, I gave you just a little bit of the framework and the formula that I use to get you there. If this is something that you'd like to talk further about, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can look for my website link in the comments. You can comment below, engage with me. And I wish you nothing but true success in your life. Satnam. Truth is who you are at your core, your highest version of yourself.